today we're making mini pizzas, starting with making dough from scratch. Mini pizzas are a convenient and easy after-school activity with little time or experience. We're going to be starting off with 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and we're going to mix it with 2 tablespoons of yeast and a cup of warm milk. And we're going to stir it and let it sit for 5 or 6 minutes or until the yeast starts activating. Alright, you know your yeast is done when it starts to develop small bubbles on the side and you'll start to smell it. It's a pungent smell sometimes. You can go ahead and add that into your flour. You need 2 3/4 of flour and it has the rest of your salt into it. You can also add your large egg, 4 tablespoons of butter, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And you can go ahead and mix that, and you'll continue mixing until it becomes a dough. And you can add more flour as needed. So once your dough starts to form and thicken, and it's really hard to stir, you should add some flour to your surface as shown, and be generous with this, it'll be very sticky. So once there's flour, you take the dough out of the bowl. There we go. And you just start to knead it, and you add more flour as you go until it is not sticky. So once your dough is formed and it's no longer sticky, you should form it into a ball and place it in a clean bowl. Cover the bowl with a clean towel or saran wrap if you'd prefer, and place it in the fridge for between 2 hours or overnight for best results. Before you take your dough out of the oven, you want to make sure that you preheat your oven to 420 degrees. That way it's ready by the time you're done making pizzas. Alright, after about 2 hours in the fridge, your dough will almost double in size. After kneading it some, it will have a little bit of shrinkage, almost look like it's about the same size, except a little bit bigger than when you originally had it. You'll want to get a tin that we used. You have to have something to make it not stick. In our case, we used flour, but you can use butter or spray or grease it. And you can get a bit of dough out of it. You want a ball almost 1 inch in size. And then after you have it, you can round it out and place it in the bottom of your tin. After you make your dough balls, you want to take a fork and you want to poke your dough just to make sure that they cook evenly while they're baking in the oven. And then you can take whatever sauce you use. We use traditional pizza sauce just by Costco. And we eyeball it, however, use about a tablespoon, and you spread it over the top of your dough. After you have whatever amount that you desire, we sprinkle cheese on them to whatever your preference is. We use a little bit of mild cheddar over the top. And we'll add a couple pieces of mozzarella. After you're done saucing and cheesing your pizzas, you can put them in the oven for about 5 to 6 minutes. After you've taken your pan out of the oven and the pizzas have cooled, you can place them onto a plate and they are all ready for you to enjoy.